welcome to the C Squared universe. As always, I'm happy that you guys are here part of my world today. And are you ready for your fix? You know, guys, I love doing these videos, the foundation fix videos. They're my all-time favorite. I love trying out foundations because I'm always on the hunt to finding a foundation that's perfectly gonna suit my skin and it's going to match my skin because I'm a very pale girl. And I know it might not seem so much like on camera because of the lighting, but I am very, very light-skinned. And sometimes it's very hard to find a foundation that really, really, really matches my skin tone. Okay, so with that being said, I know this next foundation that I'm about to bring up to you guys has stirred up a whole bunch of controversy, but I am not gonna try to give into too much. I didn't want to give into too much of the controversy, even though I do agree with certain points. But nonetheless, this brand is one of my favorite brands, and I don't think they did anything on purpose and maliciously with any intent. I don't think they did this with any malicious intent. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I am talking about the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. The Tarte Shape Tape foundation, when it came out, which was long awaited because everybody is a huge fan. Like, this is the Tarte Shape Tape. The Tarte Shape Tape concealer is an awesome concealer. So when they mentioned that they were going to be coming out with a foundation, the beauty community was like, we can't wait to get it, right? And not for nothing, you know, the foundation itself, when it was released, so much controversy went around it that it totally masked how great the foundation is, you know? And I've been wearing this foundation for about 2 or 3 weeks now. Yeah, probably like 3 weeks already. So I can tell you firsthand that the foundation is an excellent foundation. If you can find your color, go for it. Okay, now going back to the controversy of this foundation, the reason why this foundation was on a lot of other YouTubers, like, I'm not, you know, kind of like boycotting the foundation, is because when it was released, they only released 16 colors. Now, to be honest with you, most drugstore brands only release about 16 or 17 colors. But the reason why everybody was so upset about this was because this brand Tarte is like a well-known, respected brand. And I mean, the other drugstore brands like Revlon and Maybelline, they're also respected brands. I'm not trying to demind them, you know, no way, because I love those brands too. But from a high-end brand, that's what's the most important highlighted word here. From a high-end brand like Tarte, people are expecting them to come out with like a whole crap load of colors, you know? So when they only released 16 colors and then they released them all on sort of the light spectrum, like it was like light, medium, and then like 2 dark shades. So people were upset about it, and I can understand that. I can understand that because even though I'm a light-skinned person, I have trouble finding foundations that fit my skin, okay? So just because I'm light-skinned, it doesn't mean that, you know, I get excluded from that. So I understand why people were upset about it. And so Tarte, they released a public apology, and they said, I'm sorry. You know, we're sorry for, you know, we got ahead of ourselves, and we wanted to get these foundations as soon to you guys as possible, so we released these shades first, but we were in the process of making more shades. They said that. Okay, great. So from the 16 shades, right, they recently added 2 more shades. I don't know if they're going to be releasing more than that shades, but they released 2 more shades for darker skinned girls and gals out there, which at least they did that, you know what I mean? But I feel like everybody was so caught up in the controversy of this foundation that nobody really gave this foundation a try. They just kind of did a first impression on it, and then it's just like, okay, that's it. You know, to each their own. If some other bloggers did that, whatever, and they wanted to feel that way, and they felt like they needed to like boycott it or whatever the case is, you know, I just feel like it wasn't given enough of a chance. And I mean, it's like, I'm trying not to be like so everybody complains about everything nowadays so much. I mean, I understand this in this case. I understand that people were upset because there wasn't enough colors for, you know, darker skinned people. I get that because like I said, I'm a light skinned person, and it doesn't necessarily mean that I find a foundation every time that suits my skin perfectly. It doesn't mean that, you know. So people are nowadays are really, but they take things to another level. Like, it's just like, you know, I get it. I get that you're upset about it. I get it. But like, you know, I didn't want to miss out on a chance of trying this foundation. So I went ahead and bought it, and I tried it out for a couple weeks before I'm doing like an honest review on it, you know. And the foundation is a great foundation. I have it on right now. It doesn't sink into fine lines. It sits perfectly on the skin. It gives you moderate coverage, and you can build it up to more or less full coverage if you wanted to. I only build it up to a medium coverage because I don't really want to layer so much stuff on my skin. But I love the way it sits on the skin, and it lasts a really long time during the day. It's a really great foundation. If you can find your color, you know, go for it. And as for Tarte, I hope that, you know, I know that they didn't mean anything maliciously, or they didn't do anything with any malicious intent, but I hope that they kind of learned their lesson, because I don't want them to get bashed again like that. The Tarte company is a really good company. They have really awesome products, you know, all good for the skin and whatnot. Most of the stuff that you buy from Tarte are great for the skin. Like, I love the oil from Tarte. What else? This like, even the concealer, the Shape Tape concealer, it has nourishing benefit to it. So they're a great brand, and they got so much backlash for this. They got so much backlash, guys. The beauty community was in an uproar, and I totally get it, because I would be upset too if I was like, yay, you know, I can't wait for the Tarte Shape Tape foundation, and then you go to Ulta and you're like super excited, and guess what? They don't have your shade. I know that feeling. I know that feeling of not being able to find a shade in one of your favorite foundations. And I could tell you one off bat, Too Faced, the Born This Way foundation. The Born This Way foundation is an awesome foundation, but guess what? Even the lightest shade is a little bit too yellow for me. Now, I haven't tried it out in a while. I mean, at the time when I bought the Too Faced foundation, it was the color vanilla, and it was too yellow for me. So that goes to show you, you know, even, you know, me as a light-skinned person, I have trouble finding foundations from my favorite brands that, you know, might not match my skin completely, you know? Anyway, you know, like I mentioned to you, the one off bat, Too Faced. Everybody loves that foundation. Everybody loves the Born This Way foundation. And guess what? I cannot find the shade to match me. This new shade out called Snow, I think that one might match me. But I still think that it has a little bit too much yellow in it. I think I swatched it once, and no, I know I swatched it once because I've been wanting to get my hands on a Born This Way foundation that suits my skin color for a while. So, you know, I mean, I get it. I get why people were upset about the Tarte foundation and why, you know, everybody was in an uproar because they came out with the shades. But keep in mind also that, you know, because the Tarte company is a high-end company, people expect more from it. So that's why they got that backlash too, you know, because if another foundation company had come out, like a drugstore foundation had come out, I don't think people would have been so like, going crazy about it, you know, like, oh, they don't have the shit. I don't think they would have been like that, you know, I really don't. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. That's just my personal stance on it. To recap everything I just said, I'm not doing the whole demonstration on my skin because, like I said, I have been wearing this foundation for about 3 weeks, and I can tell you firsthand and give you an honest opinion that the foundation is an awesome foundation. If you can find it in your color, go for it. It's long lasting. It gives the skin this really nice finish. It's an excellent foundation. I recommend you use it with a beauty blender when you swipe it, because it comes with like a really big doe foot applicator, the foundation, just like the concealer. So I suggest you put it on with a beauty blender. I normally do not like, this is also a matte foundation. And I'm in the color Fair Neutral. This is a matte foundation, so I recommend using a beauty blender or whatever sponge you have. Like, it could be the Real Techniques one too, to apply. I normally don't like to apply matte foundations with brushes, but this one did go on nicely with a brush, but I just prefer with a kabuki brush. But I do prefer to use it with the beauty blender. In case you guys are wondering, I have like this line is because I just finished filming my March Ipsy Glam Bag video, so go check that out if you haven't already. Showing all the little contents of my Ipsy bag. But going back to the foundation, the Tarte foundation, this foundation is awesome. I know everybody may feel that Tarte messed up by releasing their foundations ahead of time because they wanted to release the shades they already had in production, and they went and they released them. But I don't think that they did that maliciously. I don't think they did that with any evil intent, like, oh, we're catering. We're catering to only these people. I don't think they did that with that intent at all. I don't think so. I really don't. Because like I said, and I mentioned before, they are a high-end company. They are a respected company and a very well-liked company by many, many people. So I don't think they did that whole twisting mustache thing. No, I don't think they did it at all. And I know you guys, you know, might feel like, but what do you know? You know, like I mentioned before, not that you guys, but you know, the whole color scheme thing. I know you guys might think, but what do you know? You're light skinned. You probably find foundation all the time. No, I don't. I don't really, because I have like kind of neutral undertones. Like, I'm mostly cold skinned, but I also have neutral undertones, and it's just, sometimes it's really complicated for me to find that perfect shade that suits my skin and sits on my skin perfectly and all that. So no, it's not easy. Just because I'm a little bit lighter or whatever the case, it's not easy for me to find a foundation that really, 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 really matches me or suits my skin. So don't get it twisted, guys. Don't get it twisted. I'm in that boat with you guys too. For anybody else who has trouble finding foundations that fit their skin tone, I'm in that boat with you guys. You know, just because I'm light doesn't mean I'm not on that boat. But I'm really glad that Tarte responded quickly, and they set out an apology, and they said, I'm sorry, you know, we're working on more colors. We're sorry for that, you know. And I believe them. I believe that they didn't mean that. Like, they didn't mean that. So I went ahead with that feeling that I had. I went ahead and bought the foundation, because at first I was like, I don't know if I want to do a review on this foundation, because, you know, again, I sympathize with people who can't find their shades in foundations. I sympathize with that. Just because I'm light skinned doesn't mean I'm not sympathizing with that, you know? So I was kind of on the fence about it. But after thinking about it and really, really like organizing my thoughts and feeling like, you know what? They didn't mean this intentionally. I really don't think this company that's so respected and loved by so many people out there is going to go ahead and do this. That was just my stance on it. So that's why I went ahead and bought the foundation. Excellent foundation. Once again, for the like umpteenth time, if you can find a shade in it, get it. It's awesome. It came out in 2 finishes. It came out with one that's like a more natural finish, and it came out with the matte finish. I wanted the matte finish because when I buy foundations, I want them to look natural on my skin, but I also don't want them to look so natural that, like, I paid $40 for a foundation and it looks like I have nothing on. No. No, I want to feel like I have, you know, it looks nice and it looks good and it matches my skin tone, but, you know, that it's worth its money. And this foundation retails for $39, $39, and I think it's worth it. It's matte. Again, one more time, the one that I got was matte. They have the hydrating one. That one also, you know, comes in the different shades that this one comes in. And as of recently, like I mentioned a little earlier, Tarte did really end up releasing 2 more shades in the darker spectrum. So hopefully, you know, those guys and gals out there with darker skin can find a match for themselves, you know? So that makes me happy that at least there's 2 more shades that, you know, are out there for people who are a little bit darker. Because at the end of the day, you know, the company could have been like, no, we just released these, and even though they got all that backlash already, so why even care to put out more colors? They already got the backlash. Why even do it? But they went ahead and did it. I hope that Tarte, for the most part, learned from their mistakes. I do believe that they did not do this intentionally or with any malicious intent. So that is why I am sort of supporting them, and I went ahead and bought the foundation. But go try it out, guys. Go try it out. Hopefully next time when they want to release a foundation, they'll be like, let's wait a little bit and wait till we have the complete line finished and then release it, because that could have just avoided a whole massive stir up of like emotions online. Like, guys, it was just crazy. Like, it was just crazy, guys. I was watching videos on YouTube. You know, I try not to make a you know, that influenced me. You know, I didn't want what everybody. I'm not the kind. Okay, I'm gonna say this all bad. I am not the kind of person that gets easily influenced by other people. I always like to make my own stance and my own judgment call on whatever it is that I might want to try out. So even though that I was watching all these videos with all these other YouTubers claiming and saying all these things about the foundation, which I agreed with some of them with just the fact, I only agree with the fact that maybe Tarte should have waited till the line was complete and then released all the shades. So that way it wouldn't cause that uproar of like, you know, craziness with, you know, the foundation and people like standing against it and all that business. So maybe they should have waited. That I agree with. But the fact is that I feel like they did not mean that with any malicious intent. So I went ahead and bought the foundation, and I have been wearing it for the past 3 weeks, and I love it. I love it, guys. I love it. So one more time, like I said about 100 million times in this video, try it out if you haven't already. It's a good foundation. For everybody else out there that feels a certain way, I'm sorry that my opinion might not be like everybody else's opinion. And but I feel like I gave you enough explanation on why I feel this way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this foundation fix video. Again, foundation is 2 thumbs up. Love the foundation. Go try it if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for being part of my world today. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe down below and become part of my world. I also have other foundation fix videos. I will link them up ahead for you guys to go check out, because I am a big foundation freak and I love that. So go ahead and check them out. Again, I don't do first impressions on foundations most of the time. Actually, like 99% of the time, I don't do first impressions on foundations. I like to try them out for a while. So whatever information you're getting from me is because I have been wearing the foundation for quite a bit of time. And or any product I review on my channel, it's because I've been trying them out for quite a bit of time. It's very rare that I'll do a first impression, but I will if you guys want me to. With the foundation videos, on occasion I will also try them out, but sometimes I won't, because I have tried them out for such a long time and I have already know how they feel. But you guys let me know down below how you prefer to see these videos, or how you guys might want to see me edit these videos or do these videos for you guys. But as of right now, I am giving you my honest review, and a review that I have been trying out this foundation for quite a bit of time now and that I love it. So everything I review on my channel is going to be because I have been using it for a while. So there will always be my honest reviews. I will never bullshit you in anything I say or speak about. I love you guys very much. Once again, thank you so much for being part of my world. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and until next time, stay squared. Bye.